Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'll be teaching you how to make this straight trouser. So I'll start with the measurements you'll be needing, then we'll move to the drafting. So if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please kindly do so and like, comment so others can see this video too. So first of all, to get your trouser, you will need some measurements. So the first measurement you will need will be your waist measurement, your round waist. You divide your round waist by 4. Then you need your hip point, your round hip, and you'll be dividing your round hip by 4. You divide your round hip by 10. You divide your round hip by 20. You just get all these measurements, divide them and put them, keep them down. So you need your knee point, your round knee divided by 4, your ankle point, your round ankle divided by 4, and your floor length. After getting all these measurements, we'll move to drafting of our pattern. So the first step is to bring down your reference line or your waistline. I came down by 2 inches. And the next thing is to get the length of my trouser. After that, I'm going to divide my round hip by 4. Whatever I get, I'm going to place it on the waistline. Then I'm going to come down at the side. I'll put it down at the side. And I'll go in by the same 11.1 to get a square shape. I'm going to put my round hip all round to get a square shape, and I'm going to connect the lines. Just like what I'm doing now. So from that line, that will be my crotch line. Now I'll go up by 2 inches from that my crotch line. I'll go up by 2 inches, and that will be my hip line. Now we have our waistline, hip line, and our crotch depth. Next, you're going to do, now this is for the front. I'm going to be dividing my round hip by 20, and I'm going to place whatever value I get on that crotch depth. I'm going to just extend the line with whatever I get. So I got 2.2. I'm going to place it on that crotch extension line, and I'm going to root the line to meet my crotch line. I'll just connect it to meet my crotch line. Now the next step we are taking, we are going to, after getting this line, this extension, you're going to be dividing what you have on this line to this extension. You're going to be dividing it by 2. Just put your tape measure and see what we'll have there. 13.5. You're going to be dividing what you have there by 2. Okay, to get that our crease line. So whatever I get here, I'm going to rule the line, check what I have, and I'm going to bring the line down. Now I've gotten my crease line here to the length. So now we are going to put down, I'm going to put down my knee point. My knee point is 24. I'm going to bring that down. Then I'll put down my knee, my ankle. My ankle is 41. And I'm going to put it down. I'm going to rule the lines across. So right now we have the crease line, we have the knee line and the ankle line, then the floor line. Okay, now I'm going to put in down my measurements. Now I'll put down my round waist divided by 4 on this our waistline. So I have 8.7. I'll put it down. You're going to measure it from here out. So we have 8.7. And I'm going to connect it to this hip line. And I'll add 1 inch for my dart intake. I'm going to be adding 1 inch, and I'll connect the line to my hip line. Here I'll go up by 1/2 inch here, and I'll divide what I have here by 2 to put down my dart line. Just divide what you have by 2. And for the front, my dart line will be 5.5. That's my dart, the length of my dart. I'm going to be using 5.5. I'll come down by 5.5, and I'll connect the line. Okay. So for this point, I'm going to come out by 0.2, and I'm going to connect my crotch here. You see? Here. So for the knee, I'll divide my round knee by 4. My round knee divided by 4 is 4.2. I'll put it on both lines of both. I'll put it on both sides of my crease line. So I'm going to put down 4.2. Here and here. Next step is ankle. Here, I'll put down my round. I'll divide my round ankle by 4, and I'll put it down on both sides. My round ankle divided by 4 is 3.2, and I'll put it here. 3.2 is here. And I'm going to be connecting these lines using my straight rule. Now the next step is to connect here. Okay. So for this point here, this hip, I'm going to put my curve rule this way. I'll put my curve rule this way, and I'm going to connect. But for here, I'm going to turn my curve to this direction, to this point, and I will do this. Okay, this is a basic trouser, right? This is what we did. This is what a basic trouser is. This for the front. But now I don't want to get a basic trouser. I want to add some alterations to this trouser. Like the picture I showed you, it is not a pencil trouser. So what I'm going to do is, I want it tight around this my hip area, so this is correct. So from here I'll just come down. From here I'll just come down to, let it be straight, okay? Here I want to make it straight from here. I'll just do that. I'll just make it straight with my rule, with my straight rule. You see, I want to just make it straight. I'm just straightening it up with my rule. Let me see what I took out. So here I took out 1.5 on this side. So you can decide to do the same thing. I'm going to connect this other part. I'll still use my curve at this point. So I did 1.5 inches on both sides. And for the down, I'll do the same thing. For this point, I'm going to be doing the same thing. I'll just bring this down first. This is what we are going to be cutting. And the next step is to trace out this pattern on a fresh paper. That will be for the back. Okay, I'm just going to trace out, then I'll show you what next to do. So I prepared a fresh paper for this, and I've added So I'm going to first of all bring down my hip line. Then I'm going to come in by 1 inch, and at the top I'm going to come in by 2 inches, and I'm going to rule it. I'm going to rule the line up, and I'm going to extend that up by 1.5. I'll just go up by 1.5. Then I'm going to connect my line. I'm going to go up at this my waist area by 0.5, and I'll put down my waist point plus 1 inch that intake. So from my true waistline, I'm going to go up by ½ inch, and I'm going to connect that 1.5 to that ½ inch, and I'm going to make sure I get my round waist divided by 4. So on this my hip line, I'm going to get my round hip divided by 4, and I'm going to mark it down at that my crotch depth and my hip length. I'm just going to connect it with a straight through. And then I'm going to use my curve rule to mark my waist to hip. So on the waistline, I'm going to divide my round waist and put down my darts, which I've done. For the back, I took 6.5, while for the front 5.5 as my dart length. And on this my crotch extension, I'm going to take my round hip divided by 10, and I'm going to put down what I got on this my crotch extension. And for the knee, I'm going to take ½ inch, and the length I took ½ inch, and I extended the line down. At this my crotch extension, I added 0.5 to the side too, and I connected to the hip line down to my full floor length. So after this is all you need for the back. I'm going to cut out. And I've transferred to my fabric. And for the band, I took 2 inches. I just came down by 2 inches at the top of my paper, and I ruled it across. I used it to cut out my band. I added 1 inch to the side, ½ inch to my creased line, to my crotch line. Then the top of my trouser, I added ½ inch. Did the same thing for the band. I added 1 inch to the side, and the center front and center back, I added ½ inch. And I've cut out. Now I'll show you how to join. To join, you're going to join your center front and your center back first with ½ inch. Just go to your machine and join your center front and your center back. And you see, I closed my darts on the paper, and I've joined my center front. This is what it looks like, and my center back. I'm going to place my 2 pieces together, my back and my front trouser. I'm going to place it together, then I'll go in and join by ½ inch. I'll go to my machine, and I'm going to join from that my stitch line. I'm going to join from one side to the hem, and I'll come back from this other side to the hem. After I was done joining, I also went ahead to join my sides by 1 inch, and for the band I joined the upper part of my band for both front and the back by 1/2 inch. I'll just go to my ironing table and iron. After ironing, I'm going to iron in 1/2 inch on one side of my band, and I'm going to join the other side. I'm just pinning it down. I'm going to sew from the center front to the side, and I'll go in to the other side, sew the same thing from center front to the other side on 1/2 inch. I'm going to sew. Then this other side I ironed 1/2 inch. I'm going to use that side to turn to the right side. Like I'm going to sew on the 1/2 inch. Same thing for the front and the back. And I will also hem the down part. So this is it after I was done hemming, and I didn't really like it because it's not that opened, so I had to make another one. So this came out to be perfect. I added pockets to this. It came out really nice. This is the best. So I added 2.5 inches to the floor length and connected it to the knee length. So basically I added 2.5 to my round ankle, right? I added 2.5 instead of that 1.5 I added to the other one. I added 2.5, and the fullness was given. Like it came out really, really nice. It was perfect. I cannot wear this one because this is not mine. Okay, so but if you're doing yours and you want it to be that open, please use 2.5. I have a tutorial on how to fix your pocket to your trouser, so I'll drop the link and in the comment section. All right guys, thank you for watching. Bye, see you in our next class.